Steady 17. What's up, guys? Been going pretty steady, pretty strong. I definitely feel like me committing to making report these videos is like a backbone for like a wall to lean against. Because whenever I feel like fapping or something, when I get to that low point, I think, man, what if someone watching these videos was actually, my getting kind of inspired or just following me, and I would be letting not only myself down, but now I'd be letting down others. So I feel like just maybe telling someone else you're doing it, or doing it with a friend, or doing it with a friend, or just making some sort of commitment, or doing something you love. I like making videos. Not gonna say I'm great at it, but it's kind of a blast. But anyway, so I think the hardest struggle I faced during this week, I think it's almost been a week, 6 days about since the last video, was after the last video. It was that night I was kind of messing around on the dating site, OkCupid. I just moved to Florida now. It's been 3 weeks about here, and so I was just kind of looking for maybe new people to meet. And I was matched up with this girl, pretty attractive girl, and just her pictures, and that she was talking to me, I was like, oh, this is some real stuff. So it was getting me really, in that state, like, oh, gotta go, gotta fap one out right now. But I kind of just stayed with it. I watched it. I didn't do anything. Let it kind of, wash over me, flow over me like a river flowing over me. And I decided to kind of utilize that, because how I see it is that, the sexual energy isn't just a physical energy. Now, some of you might not agree with this, of course, but I see it as how the Eastern philosophies talk about, the inner energies, chi, ki, kundalini, prana, life force, whatever you want to call it, same shit, the creative forces. And if you think about it, the ultimate creative force is your sexual energy. You could create a whole life, a whole newborn out of it. So I would think if you could do that, you could apply that same energy and create a whole new life, new experiences, build yourself with that energy, create art, create anything, attract wealth, whatever. So that's definitely a perspective I keep on this. And so in that regard, I was, as I was laying there and letting it kind of wash over me without me doing anything, I decided to get a notebook out, and I swear I've never wrote a poem before, but I thought, you know what, I'll write a poem. So I wrote a poem of that situation, so it's kind of a half erotic poem, and I just felt like it gave me this release, this outlet for this, for this energy that was trying to come out. And I think when we get used to fapping, we kind of get used to this only one outlet. So whenever we get a rise of this energy, we only use that one outlet that we know, which is fapping or sex. Sex is obviously better if you're with a girlfriend or something. Then it's probably not, it's not a total waste. But with that perspective, I noticed that, finding an outlet is very good, a creative outlet, and kind of being aware. How was I gonna say this? Basically, what I wanted to tie this in with, this is not a smooth tie-in, but utilizing deep breathing. I'm gonna link a video down below of this girl talking about kind of circulating this kind of energy and using breathing basically. And or if you just want to simplify and just do deep breathing, I think that works too, because I've noticed when I watch myself and when I get a rise, I'm not talking, well, you know what I'm talking about, but like, let's say I'm watching like a show on TV and they show like people banging, or you see a nice pair of ass, a nice pair of boobies, or a nice ass, uh, you get a rise. But what I noticed as well to that is that around my, my stomach area, I get this feeling like this kind of whacked out energy here. And see if you feel this as well. And what I notice is that when that happens, just being aware of it, it kind of, makes it subside, but also utilizing those breathing techniques and deep breathing really circulate it, I think, and not just have it stale out down there. And I think that's an important thing because a lot of us approach NoFap with the brute force mentality, like I talked about before. And I think just having, just forcing yourself not to fap, it could be detrimental, I think, if you don't utilize these energies and circulate them, because all they do is just stay down there, and that could cause problems. It could manifest as, some crazy shit. Like you look at priests, and they're not supposed to fap, or well, they might fap, but most of them are against it, and then they end up like raping children and stuff. So you don't want to get to that point where you're just completely controlled by those urges. So utilize them, circulate them, and find some creative outlets. Maybe learn to draw, or just do something you love. Make some videos, make some anything. Use your imagination. But anyway, guys, so that's my perspective on this. And so go out there, utilize these creative forces, and make something of yourself. Create yourself. That's the biggest creative endeavor, is to create yourself. And that's what I'm striving for, is to create the best version of myself. And I invite you to do the same, my friends. And that's a wrap. Goodbye, guys. Good luck.